An IT consultant who worked for congressional Democrats has been arrested on bank fraud charges while trying to leave the country. He was a staffer of Debbie Wasserman Shultz, the former DNC chairwoman. Guy's name's Imran Awan. He worked for House Democrats for over a decade with dozens of officials. He reportedly had access to some of the DNC chair's personal electronic devices too. Next, RT's Jacqueline Vogel takes a closer look at the case.
A former Congress IT aide was arrested by the FBI on Monday when trying to board a flight abroad. That was for alleged bank fraud. And while possible bank fraud and fleeing the country doesn't look good, for Imran Awan, his case gets more interesting the deeper you look. The Awan family has a few skeletons in their closets. Back in February, they were accused of charging Congress workers double the actual cost for IT equipment and pocketing the profits. And other reports suggest that they have been stealing and exposing sensitive data to outside sources. And some people on the Hill fear that the group may have been blackmailing House members.
I don't know what they have, but they have something on someone. Something is rotten in Denmark.
Interestingly enough, they remained on Washington's payroll. And despite the accusations, the Awans enjoyed an unusual amount of loyalty from congressmen, one even saying the claims were based on Islamophobia.
I wanted to be sure individuals are not being singled out because of their nationalities or their religion. They had provided great service for me, and there were certain times in which they had permission by me to access some of my data.
Among the family patrons was Debbie Wasserman Shultz, including when she was still Democratic National Committee chair. She gave Imran Awan direct access to her iPad, which contained emails which infamously appeared in the DNC leak. Schultz also reacted badly when Capitol Police attempted to search one of her laptops.
If a member loses equipment, and it is found by the Capitol Police or your staff, and it is identified as that member's equipment, it is supposed to be returned, yes or no?
Depends on the circumstances.
Under my understanding, the Capitol Police is not able to confiscate members' equipment when the member is not under investigation. I think you're violating the rules when you conduct your business that way, and should expect that there would be consequences.
Surely that warrants a bit of attention. However, the story never made it to the headlines of any major outlets. In theory, this story should be huge. It's got all of the right ingredients: politics, hacks, sensitive data leaks, and even blackmailing. But of course, it's missing one very popular trend: a finger pointing at the Kremlin. Jacqueline Vogel, RT, Washington, D.C.
John Hadges from the US Middle East Alliance, he told us the way stories like this are reported show that the mainstream media in the US is at rock bottom.
Mainstream media are in cahoots with the DNC. They have just turned a blind eye. It just seems that the mainstream media is intent on doing the bidding of the Democratic National Committee. I never thought that journalism in this country had reached such a low as to be so unfair in their analysis and to be so politically motivated in the way they cover cases. There's so many questions, so I hope it doesn't go away. And I think it's important for the non-mainstream media to continue to beat this drum so that it gets the coverage it deserves, and that there are consequences for any illegal activities that may have taken place.